Okay, so now let's look at Widler's simulation. So we know the circuit looks like this. So plus 10 volt VDD I have taken, IREF R, I0, Q2, Q1. Then this resistance is there. Ammeter resistance we attach here at the emitter of Q2. This makes both the VBE are not equal. Hence I naught and IREF will not be equal. Okay, because you can see here VB is this part, whereas here if you will see it is VB plus the drop across RE. Okay, that makes the currents different, I naught and IREF. Now some parameters I have taken as whatever I have taken in the previous ones. So VA is equal to 100 volt, beta is equal to 100, VT is equal to 25 millivolt at the 300 degree Kelvin. VBE and VBE2, VBE1 and VBE2 are 0.7 volts. Okay, now what is the requirement? The requirement is we want I naught is equal to 10 microampere and IREF is equal to 1 milliampere. Okay, so if you want IREF is equal to 1 milliampere, your R, this value of R will be VDD minus VBE divided by IREF, VDD minus VBE1, actually VBE1 divided by IREF, that will be the value of R. So 10 minus 0.7 divided by 1 milliampere, that will give you 9.3 K. This is the value of R. RE, if you know the expression VT by I naught ln IREF divided by I naught. IREF is 1 milliampere, I naught is 10 microampere, VT is 25 millivolt, and I naught is again 10 microampere. So if you will plug the value, you will get 11.5 K, the value of RE. So for this requirement, you have values of R and RE, this. Okay, now remaining thing is R out. So R out is RO2 1 plus GM2 RE parallel R pi 2. We have calculated this before. So if you will calculate the value of RO2, that is VA divided by IC2, that is 100 volt divided by 10 microampere, that will give you 10 mega ohm. It is in mega ohm range, you can see. So you can expect flat curve, approximately flat curve. GM2 IC2 divided by VT, that is 100 microampere divided by 25 millivolt, that will give you 0.0004 mho. Okay. R pi 2 is beta into RE2. RE2 you can take by inversing this guy. So 1 divided by 0.0004 into 100, that will give you 250 kilo ohm. Okay, that is R pi 2, GM2 and RO2. If you will plug these three values here, what you will get is R out is equal to 30 mega ohm. Okay, so this is these are all our designing parameters. We will all see that in the simulation now. Okay, mind you that we can generate now the current different than IREF. I naught is different than IREF, and that's the reason we use Widler. Okay, whenever we want to generate different current than IREF, then we use Widler. Okay, so by this attaching RE, so that's the use of it, and you can get high output resistance as well. So that is the benefit of Widler. Now let's see the results in simulation. Okay, so let's look at the simulation of Widler current mirror circuit. So I've already made the circuit here. You can do that now. So Q1, Q2 transistors are there, NPN, both are NPN, names are NPN, and you can see I've written the model here, model NPN, saturation is 10 to the power minus 14, early voltage 100, beta 100. R2 is 11.5K, here R1 is 9.3K, this is 10 volt, this is 1 volt, and V2 is varying from 0 to 10 at the step size of 0.1. Okay, so now let's look at the simulation of this guy. So here you can see, if I'll go and check the current, you have almost, you can see the range is between 0 to 50 microampere. So you can see that it should be 100 microampere, sorry, 10 microampere. So let me change, I forgot how to change it. No, this is not. So auto range y-axis, no, not auto range. How shall I change this guy? Okay, now here you can see plot limits. So if you will go to plot settings, and here you can see manual limits. So top you can put let's say 20 I'll put, and tick will be, means the difference will be of 5, let's say 5 microampere. Okay, and bottom will be at 0. So this is how you can arrange the vertical axis. I'll do okay, so you can see now. Okay, so it is almost equal to 10 microampere, but there is, you can see it is not actually flat. Here you can see there is a change. So the slope we will check. If you will check the slope, let's put first guy at 2 volt, and again click. Let's put the other guy at 7. Okay, so 7, and you can see the difference is 5 volt. Vertical difference is 92.04495 nanoampere, and here you can see the slope is 1.841 into 10 to the power minus 8. So if I'll draw a text, so R out will be equal to 1 divided by slope, that will be equal to 1 divided by 1.841 e to the power minus 8. Okay, that's what the value is, 1.841. I have approximated e to the power minus 8, and that will give you, let me check, 841. That will give you that will, okay, that will give you 54 mega ohms around. So it is not exactly what we have calculated, but the range is almost 54, means the range is almost in mega ohms. And we have seen that we have approximated some results, so that's the reason we are getting different value of R out, but it's in mega ohm range. So the the important thing is the curve will be almost flat, but it is not exactly flat, and you are getting high output resistance, you are having different currents. So if you will have, if you want to see the current here, let's cut this guy. Now let's cut this guy. If you want to see the current at this location, let's say this branch, so you can see it is 1 milliampere, you can see here. Okay, almost 1 milliampere, but here the current is around 10 microampere. So because of this guy it's in milliampere, that's the reason we are it is looking very small. So if I'll cut this R1, I have to cut this R1, so you will be able to get, and again you will do the plot second manual, so you can change it. Okay, so the main use was to get high output resistance as well as other current than IREF. I0 will be not equal to IREF, so different current you can generate, which is more practical scenario.